There you go. Hi, everybody. It's Elena Gale on Elena Gale's channel. And I decided that I was going to go a little wild tonight. You all asked for me to be crazy, and I thought that I looked pretty crazy tonight. And I wanted you to know that I was having a great time sitting in front of the computer. Uh, all alone. And but I had company last night and yesterday during the day, and I had a wonderful day. And they helped me around the house, and I bought a chair not far from here. uh, and you know, it's hard to get solid wood chairs nowadays. They're all veneer. Uh, and mixed woods. So anyway, it's a good chair, and I got a good deal. So anyway, the bullies seem to be in the corner, and they're not jumping out at you like a rat, even though they smell like one to me. That's an awful thing to say, Elena. You really should curtail some of the feelings that you have about bullies. Too damn bad. That's what I say. Too damn bad. They didn't care about my feelings, and why should I care about their feelings? I think that none of us should give them the time of night, because they took the time of day from us. And when we were growing up, we weren't out too much at night, you know. So we were afraid to go out. It came to the point where you couldn't go to the corner store and buy some milk for your family. Like your mother or father sends you to the store, and you go and get the milk, and a whole gang of them chase you home. So you throw the milk at them because you're infuriated, and you rip the bottom skirt off of the girl. Yes, girls and boys chasing you. Yeah, that's right, calling you queer. Yeah, and you never had anything to do with anybody yet. You don't even know what you are or who you are. But they know. They know you're queer. They know you're queer. So, I wonder what that makes them. It's not a cigar. It's not a real cigarette. It's an artificial cigarette. So, I'm trying to quit because I want to have some respect for the children. Well, it's 3 minutes so far, so I just want you to know that was one of the little things that happened to me when I was growing up. And you know about my smoking situation. There's a video there if you go to it and listen to me sing a song about my best friend. And you'll hear about it. It's got something to do with smoking. And I made it up. And I know it's not the best voice in the world, and that's okay. And there's no music, because I don't have much music around here. I kind of like peace and quiet more than I do. If I love it outside. I'd love to hear it on the streets and in the cars and everything going by, or in a club. But in the house, when I'm alone, I don't have music. I watch a movie, or I reminisce. I had such a wonderful life growing up that I need to, some people say, why don't you forget about it, get over it? Well, I am over it, and I put it behind me. But these kids need my help. And if one kid hears what I had to say or what I went through, and it helps them, I've done my job. I'm very happy about that. So anyway, yeah, that's one of the things that happened to me growing up. And then, of course, I was chased one time into over a fence and into a churchyard and up a tree. I went up a tree to hide, and the priest came out and he shooed them all away. And then he talked to me, and he never asked me why they chased me. Of course, I wasn't understanding much of it anyway. Just that they were doing it. That's all. Like throwing things at me, rocks and bricks and God knows what else. So, I was on a subway train once. I was on the subway platform. And this will be good for Massachusetts people. They'll know Charles Street Station. I was on the platform, and a gang of guys came up the other end of the platform, and they were tossing themselves around and hitting each other and fooling around and joking and being very loud and obnoxious. And I was way up the other end because I was hoping that I never have to be around anybody in the first place. I had to go up there because I was afraid that somebody would throw me in the tracks. You know, that's the way they were there. And so anyway, I tried to be quiet and out of the way, but it didn't do any good. One of them came up all the way up to where I was, and he looked at me, and he stared at me, and he looked me up and down and in between and all around, and then he said to me, "You're a dude." Well, can you imagine what you would feel like being a woman on the inside, being your heart as a woman, being your mind as a woman, being your soul as a woman, for them to call you a dude? Well, anyway, aside of that, because you might not understand that unless you're a woman, and of course you know what it feels like if somebody did that to you because of your mustache, or because of your heavy voice, or because of your all kinds of things that could be reasons they would do something like that. So you understand. So anyway, I told him, I didn't say anything to him. I just put a little smile on my face, and I had my hand in my pocket. Well, I was just thinking, while he was rambling on about me being a dude, and I just had a little smile on my face. I think he thought I was deaf or mute, and I was just hoping that he'd leave. That's why I was quiet about everything. I could have been smart-mouthed like some of the girls are, and made a big scene, but I would have got him thrown in the tracks, beat up or something. And then they would have told that it was my fault, of course. I would get blamed for it because I was the queer. You see? That's the way it was in those days, when your grandfathers were around. And yeah, they'd be grandfathers now, or dead, one or the other. They'd be in their 70s, 60s, late 60s. And so anyway, I got on the last train, the last car on the train, and he got on the same car as me on the farther side of the door. And then he sat down and told everybody on the car, on the rapid transit car, he said, "That's a queer, you know. That's a dude." And I never said anything. I just smiled and kept my hand in my pocket. So he could have thought anything, you know, and I don't want to imagine what he might have thought. but I was wishing and hoping and praying that it would appear in my pocket, but it never did, and I never used it. But anyway, that's what happened to me. Now it's 10 minutes already, and he got off the trolley eventually and left me alone, and I went on to the next bus I had to take to get home to a hostile neighborhood. I wish I had no choice. I couldn't take cabs all the time. I did take quite a few cabs. You know, I had to sneak out at night if I went anywhere. I couldn't be seen anywhere because I was chased. One more thing. It's only 10 minutes, so it's 11 minutes. I walked up one morning to go to school, and I walked up to the bus stop, and I stood there, and somebody I didn't even know walked over and slapped me as hard as they could across the face and walked away. Now, you know, under their breath on the way, they said, an inaudible faggot. So I never really heard him say it. But he did. I know he did. Because they knew me and I didn't know them. I mean, the neighborhood was just hostile toward me. Well, anyway, I got the slap, and my face must have been red for a long, long time, because somebody said later in the evening, gee, you flushed on one side of your face. So, okay, so that's what the bullies do, and we've got to get rid of them, and we've got to protect our children in our neighborhoods. So, I'm going to go now, and I hope you like my feathers, and my incognito, and my little potty out attire. I'll come back with more feathers next time. Bye. Thank you.